don't forget, when you're on the A string, it's going to come back. As you go over to the D, and then the G, and the C, it's going to swing around, and this shoulder's going to swing this way, okay? So that, remember? We talked about that. Okay, now, a couple things. It's not bad. I can tell you worked on this more than the others. Okay, so anyway, can you give a little more release for the first note? Don't pick the bow up, but just remember the quick bow. Just play that much. It's very close. Stop just that much. So we're going to play. That's it. That's all you can do. Good. So when I say release, what I mean is the sound has to ring, but the bow shouldn't come off the string. Hear it ringing? I didn't get the bow, but there's absolutely no weight on the string. Yes! Now do. Good. That's good. Now, when you get to here, this is going to be legato, so you're going to sustain. Higher. Get your hand back. Hand back. Thumb number 2. You missed that. Good. And then coming back. Let's go from here. Good. So try it once again. Stop on that note. Good. And now play the A. Play with the open A. Okay, so it's a little bit off. So you got to make sure that that matches. Okay. Sing it once. Do, do. Ba, la, 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 la. Sing it again. La, louder. La, I can't hear you. La, 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 la. Again, that was good. La, 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 la. Okay? Play it that way. Don't play it out of tune. It's flat. Yes! Okay, so when you're practicing this, okay, you need to listen to what you're playing. It's not like piano, you know, and you can just, it's an F. Oh, I played an F. You know, I punched the key and it came out F. If piano's out of tune, you're out of luck. Okay, so here you have to play it in tune, okay? So it's another dimension that pianists never have to worry about other than just putting the right finger on the right key, all right? So try again. So now really in tune. Okay, elbow back, good. And can you slant your hand a little more? More. There you go. So when you get to the end of this line, just stop and leave your bow there. Okay, so you don't need to resituate yourself. So let's do it one more time from here. Whoops. Leave your bow there. Down bow. What you're doing with the shoulders is probably a little too much, but that's the idea, okay? So you probably overcorrected some, but that's exactly right. So if you can be really, really careful about the intonation, and again, this is, they talk about, you know, having to practice and stuff like that, and part of it is learning how to practice, but practice is a creative endeavor, okay? If you're not thinking while you're practicing, it does no good. So when you get to a spot and you notice it's out of tune and you keep playing it, it's like, what is going on here? You have to kind of figure out what's happening. And for you, most of the time, it's just going to be that, especially in a case like this, you're probably not moving quite far enough. But you can think about what we've done with the other things and see if you can come up with a solution as to how you could practice that to make it a more dependable shift to this note. So one way, of course, is what we did before. You would play in first position, and then just practice, and make sure it's the same pitch each time. And when you can do it like 100 times in a row without missing it, okay, that's how we practice, okay? When I talk about keeping it sustained, you have to listen for that. I can listen for it, and I keep telling you it needs to be more sustained, but if you're not tuned into that listening of it, I can keep telling you during the lesson, you go home and play the same way you've been doing it. Okay, so the idea is that when I say sustained, you need to start listening to what I'm trying to get at. So I don't want nothing stopped. And in general, sustain means the weight stays the same across the bow change. That's about it, and the bow speed. Last but not least, a lot of times you'll retake or you won't think about this as it being a down bow, and it comes out backwards, and then you end up playing the whole piece backwards from here. Okay, so just make sure you check in occasionally and make sure that you know which bow it's supposed to be. Okay, we did this last week, that's fine. Let's go on to this one.